Have you ever noticed how confident American speakers sound when they describe their daily routines and everyday facts? Welcome, everyone. I am Sara, and today we focus on the present simple tense in a clear and structured way. This tense forms the foundation of accurate American communication. When learners master this tense, they speak with clarity and natural confidence. The present simple tense describes habits, repeated actions, routines, and general truths. Americans use it constantly in daily conversations. For example, I wake up at 6 every morning. I prepare my lessons before class. I check my email after breakfast. These sentences describe actions that happen regularly. They show patterns in daily life. With the subjects I, you, we, and they, we use the base form of the verb. I work 5 days a week. You practice English every evening. We record this podcast weekly. They listen carefully during class. The verb does not change with these subjects. This rule keeps the structure simple and consistent. Simple structure builds strong foundations. Strong foundations create confident speakers.
That explanation sounds clear and practical. I am Ibrahim, and I agree that this tense shapes everyday American speech. People use it when they talk about habits and lifestyles. They also use it to describe facts that remain true. For example, the sun rises in the east. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. People need sleep to stay healthy. These statements remain true over time. That is why we use the present simple tense. The tense also expresses opinions and beliefs. I believe in daily practice. She values consistent effort. He prefers organized lessons. These verbs describe mental states and personal views. In American English, this structure sounds natural and direct. Now let us examine the change that happens with he, she, and it. We usually add s or es to the base verb. She teaches grammar clearly. He speaks confidently in meetings. It works effectively in conversation. This small addition plays a very important role. Many learners forget the s and the sentence becomes incorrect. Native speakers recognize this mistake immediately. Correct grammar builds credibility in professional environments. Accuracy shows attention to detail. Attention to detail reflects discipline. Discipline improves communication skills.
Let us continue with negative sentences in the present simple tense. With I, you, we, and they, we use do not before the base verb. I do not waste time. You do not ignore instructions. We do not skip important practice. They do not forget assignments. The verb remains in its base form after do not. With he, she, and it, we use does not before the base verb. She does not miss deadlines. He does not avoid responsibility. It does not create confusion. After does not, the verb returns to its base form. We say does not work, not does not works. This rule prevents a very common grammatical error. Teachers must emphasize this structure clearly. Clear correction improves long-term accuracy. Practice reinforces the rule in memory. Repetition strengthens understanding. Understanding builds fluency. Fluency increases confidence.
Now, let us examine question forms in the present simple tense. We begin questions with do or does. Do you practice English daily? Do they understand the rule? Does she teach online? Does he speak clearly during meetings? After does, the main verb remains in its base form. This structure is essential for accurate questions. Americans use these forms frequently in conversations. Do you work on weekends? Does your manager support your ideas? These questions sound natural and professional. Clear questions encourage meaningful responses. Meaningful responses create strong dialogue. Strong dialogue improves communication skills. The present simple tense also expresses schedules and timetables. The train leaves at 7. The class starts at 10. The store opens at 9. Even though these events refer to the future, we use the present simple tense. This usage surprises many learners at first. However, it is standard in American English. Understanding this rule improves listening comprehension. Improved comprehension strengthens overall fluency. Fluency supports effective communication.
Frequency adverbs often appear with the present simple tense. Words like always, usually, often, sometimes, and never add important detail. I always review my notes before class. She usually arrives early. He often studies at night. They sometimes watch English interviews. We never ignore grammar rules. These adverbs describe how often an action happens. They usually appear before the main verb. For example, she always practices pronunciation. He rarely misses a meeting. Correct placement keeps the sentence natural. Natural placement improves rhythm in speech. American speech follows predictable patterns. When learners follow these patterns, they sound more confident. Confidence creates stronger impressions. Stronger impressions build opportunities. Opportunities lead to success.
As the present simple tense may seem basic, but it forms the core of fluency. Without it, sentences lose structure and clarity. With it, communication becomes stable and organized. Students sometimes underestimate its importance. However, advanced grammar still depends on simple foundations. Strong grammar supports advanced vocabulary. Accurate structure improves pronunciation. Clear pronunciation improves listener understanding. Understanding creates smooth communication. Smooth communication builds trust. Trust strengthens professional relationships. In job interviews, candidates use this tense constantly. I manage a team. I handle customer service. I solve problems efficiently. These statements describe regular responsibilities. They show competence and confidence. Professional Americans value clarity and directness. The present simple tense supports both qualities. In daily life, people use it to describe routines. I wake up early. I exercise regularly. I read every evening. These statements show discipline and structure. Discipline improves personal growth.
As teachers, we emphasize consistent practice. We correct mistakes carefully and patiently. We provide structured examples. Students respond positively to clear explanations. They appreciate direct instruction. The present simple tense appears in beginner lessons. However, advanced learners review it frequently. Review prevents fossilized errors. Accurate repetition strengthens memory. Memory supports spontaneous speaking. Spontaneous speaking sounds natural and confident. Natural speech improves listener engagement. Engaged listeners respond actively. Active response creates meaningful interaction. Meaningful interaction builds language mastery. Mastery begins with simple steps. The present simple tense represents one of those essential steps. It provides structure for daily communication. Structure prevents confusion. Clear structure creates powerful speakers.
As we conclude today's discussion, remember that simplicity creates strength. The present simple tense offers clarity in every conversation. Practice it daily. Use it accurately. Teach it clearly. Correct it patiently. Speak with confidence. Listen with attention. Build your foundation step by step. Strong foundations support advanced learning. Advanced learning expands opportunities. Opportunities open doors across the United States and beyond. Consistent effort produces visible improvement. Improvement increases motivation. Motivation encourages daily practice. Daily practice strengthens habits. Strong habits create fluent speakers. Fluent speakers communicate with impact. Communication with impact changes lives. And that journey begins with mastering the present simple tense.
Thank you for listening and learning with us today. We value your commitment to accurate and confident English. Keep practicing every day. Your effort creates real progress. Clear grammar builds powerful communication. Powerful communication builds a successful future. Stay consistent, stay focused, and continue learning with confidence.